Last mock draft of the year. What's up? Good morning. The draft is tonight. I'm Grant Cohn. That's Maj Sports to my left. Nick Talks Niners to my right, I guess. We've been doing mock drafts the last few weeks. We have all the picks. We know what the Niners are going to do, and we're going to lay it out systematically. How you guys doing?
I'm great. Good, dude. I'm excited.
Excited too. Before we get into that, I want to talk about Kittle real quick.
Yep.
Some news. Diana Rossini came out yesterday. She said, 1, Kittle's absence from OTAs was contract related. 2, wants to be the highest paid tight end in the NFL. He wants to make about $20 million a year. He's rejected multiple offers from the 49ers. Two sides are far apart. Hasn't requested a trade, but teams are monitoring the situation. He comes out and says, your sources are wrong. Pretty vague. She's like, okay, let me talk to my sources again. They're right. And she's like, in addition, doesn't seem like the Niners are willing to make him the highest paid tight end. And she thinks that he's going to cave and sort of meet them in the middle. What do you think of the Kittle saga 2025?
I'll go first, I guess. I don't know. It's just like a weird situation because 1, I think he wants to like be with the Niners until he retires. Like I don't see him leaving. So there's that side of it. 2, maybe he does want to be, but I also see him settling. Like I also don't think he's going to run this down like Ayuk did until like the last minute, and it's going to be kind of those contract negotiations. I just see him taking like a fair deal, knowing that, you know, his entire career has been San Fran. He doesn't want to leave. Like the fan base absolutely loves him. And I think him putting out that tweet was just kind of him catching like maybe trying to catch like goodwill or good vibes from the fan base of like, okay, like the fan base thinks that I don't want, you know, to be the highest paid tight end. But as far as my opinion, like I think he deserves to be the highest paid tight end. He's shown like the last 5 years he's been the best tight end. I mean, honestly, since he came out, like especially since that 2019 season, like he really has been the best tight end in the NFL. He does everything. There's Travis Kelce, but Travis Kelce, if you watch that man block, he's horrible. Like George Kittle is one of our best blockers outside of like Trent Williams and now Pooney, right? So I think he deserves it, but I'm cool with it either way. I just want to see Kittle retire as a Niner.
Exactly the same. Nick literally took the words right out of my mouth. I want to see him retire as a Niner, give him whatever he wants. Like he's the best tight end in the league. So I don't think he's gonna take more than McBride. And if he does, then whatever. He's that good. I would give him anything.
I don't think the Niners would give him anything, but I think what's interesting about this report is it sounds like Kittle, while he wants, like what Rossini is saying is that while he wants to be the highest paid tight end in the league, and while he probably his ego would like to be paid $20 million a year just to show that he's worth it, because he is. He's ultimately, or she thinks, or the Niners think, or her source thinks that he'll ultimately compromise and take a little bit less, which to me says that he wants to be loved by the Niner fans as he is. Like Deebo Samuel sacrificed all that. Brandon Ayuk sacrificed all that. Kittle's legendary. And, you know, when this all came out, when he missed OTAs a couple of days ago, he was the topic of conversation. Then the Niners put out on social media that like kind of old meme of like, which table would you want to sit at? And he's at one of them, and he writes in like, oh, table 3 for sure, which is to me kind of like a, hey, Niner fans, I know you might be kind of mad at me today, but look, I mean, I still want to be here. I'm still like, don't get it twisted. I think he's very cognizant of that, which is smart because he is probably one of the most beloved Niner fans of all time. Niners of all time.
Yeah.
100%.
So you could go get $20 million a year from the Titans while the Niners are offering you $19 million a year. But I don't think it's worth it because you sacrifice not only the goodwill and love of your fan base. The Titans are never going to love you like that.
No.
But there's all these marketing and sponsorship opportunities that the Niners can provide you because they're a marquee franchise when the Titans or whatever team aren't. So, I mean, we see them in all those goofy Levi's commercials or the Zenny commercials. You don't get those on the freaking Seahawks.
No.
Cardinals.
No way. Grant, do you think that him and Brock, like when they're at the Preds game and, you know, hanging out in Nashville, do you think they're having conversations back and forth about their contracts?
Of course.
They have to. No, they're not.
And I'll say another thing. I bet you that this whole Rossini thing really pissed off Kittle because it's not that Rossini pissed off Kittle. It's like if I were him, I'd be thinking, who's her source?
Yeah.
How does she know so much about this negotiation? Because it's not coming from me. It's not coming from my agent. So, let me do the math real quick. Where is it coming from? Like, it pissed me off. Like, we don't leak, but someone else does? Why?
Dude, so something tells me, though, because this has happened with a lot of the negotiations when it comes to Niner players. Something tells me that the Niners put this out there. You know what I mean?
I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
We don't know. But if I were Kittle, I would wonder.
Allegedly. Yeah,
I would wonder, right? Like, well, huh?
Well, because nothing bad happens to them for putting this out, right? Like either they put this out and they see how it goes with the fan base and they can be like, hey, we tried to negotiate with Kittle. Like he was just asking for too much. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I get that feeling.
They could say the same thing with Brock. Hey,
Yeah,
we wanted Brock. We offered him so much money. He just didn't. He wanted more.
Yeah. Did you hear how Jed talked about him at the owners meeting? He wanted him bad.
Okay, so that's the latest with Kittle. Let's get into it. Without further ado, it is draft time. We've done a few of these. Let's do one more. I have very definite opinions about which positions they should go in each round, but I won't force it upon you. This is a democratic process, and we got 3 people. So let's get right into it. And I'm going to put a different manner up just for the sake of it. I like that one.
Let's get it.
Shador went first. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Cam Ward is
all right.
Jalen Walker always falls here. Like
this seems to be what's happening. The only surprise is Mikel did go in the top 10.
Okay, I know. I actually think that's realistic. I think the NFL is really high on him. I mean, he's got the body type of Aldon Smith, and he went to Georgia, and all those guys have done well. Yeah. I think it's a copycat league. He's going to get picked pretty high.
Yeah.
The only team I see drafting him though in the top 10 is probably like maybe the Bears. If Genty goes to the Raiders, I could see them taking him, or I could see the Panthers taking him. But
the Panthers. Everyone's plugged Jalen Walker to the Panthers, but I actually see the NFL being a little higher on Mikel because he's just an easier projection. He's a defensive end.
Yeah. So who do you think the Niners take if it goes like this?
Where's Kelvin? I'm just curious. Is he there?
No, he's not.
No.
Okay, good to know because he might not be there either. His stock's climbing. So is it which offensive line? Did 3 offensive linemen go?
I think so.
I wish. Okay. Oh, I can look back. Yeah. So Mikel went to the Saints, which is possible. I guess, right?
Nembu 7.
Went to the
Bank
Jets,
6.
Banks,
okay.
Yeah. Mason Graham.
All right. So this is a very realistic top 10. Although I think Shedeur Sanders is not going number 1. I think he's going to be
No.
But okay, so let's go again. Jalen Walker 8.
Yeah,
man, this is a tough one. I honestly wouldn't be surprised in this scenario if the Niners were to draft Gray Zabel. It's not what I would want. Because to me, it's like it's Gray Zabel or Walter Nolan or Derek
What's your
Harmon.
opinions on Shamar Stewart? Like, do you guys like Shamar Stewart? Because I saw a video of Shamar Stewart against Membu, and he like actually worked Membu. Like he worked him. I think Shamar Stewart.
What was his stat line in the game?
I didn't see the stat line. I just saw the vid.
Shamar Stewart can like cause chaos and havoc. He just doesn't make plays.
Sacks.
He doesn't know what he's doing, but he's really athletic. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't do that.
I really think that the pick has to be like, I think I could see a world where they go Jahdae Barron. If Mikel Williams falls, I think that's the pick. But
this is a team that drafts for need over best player available.
Yeah,
no question.
That's true.
And they're going to take a defensive tackle or an offensive tackle in round 1. Maybe a defensive end.
It's got to be Walter Nolan. I just think he fits best in with the scheme. He already has, he's already pretty developed.
I think Chris Kaceric's going to love him.
Yeah,
for better or worse.
But if Jalen Walker's here, I think you have to draft Jalen Walker over Nolan. No.
I think Jalen Walker is going to be there no matter what.
There's something to be said for that, honestly. Like he's a much better prospect. I mean, everyone has him higher graded than Nolan, and he's kind of like Hassan Reddick, who freaking Robert Saleh traded for last year. So I could see Saleh loving Jalen Walker. Also, Jalen Walker is the son of a coach. He has like the coach's demeanor, and Saleh's a sucker for stuff like that. But again, I think the Niners, their most pressing need is defensive tackle. The best defensive tackle they have on their team is Jordan Elliott.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
not good.
And they draft for need. So to me, they're either taking Walter Nolan. I don't know. I'd
I think
be
we go Walter
freaking
Nolan.
surprised if they took a defensive end in round 1. That's all I'm
I-
saying. I'd be
I
really
think
surprised.
Walter Nolan. Well,
I think Walter Nolan's the pick. Like, I
Okay,
really
let's make
do.
Walter. Let's try to be realistic with this.
Yeah. So
I think Walter
let's
Nolan
go-
is the pick.
Let's go Walter Nolan.
And I think Walter Nolan's stock has went up recently.
I'm curious to see what kind of
Definitely.
offensive lineman you
Dropped.
can get at 43. I feel like they gotta go all line here. I feel like they're going to go all line here.
I think if Simmons he's gone in this, but he just
Okay.
went. But I think
So
if
what's the
Simmons is
situation at
there,
O line?
You gotta go Simmons.
Grant, what about QB? You like Jackson Dart?
Donovan Jackson's a good one.
Yeah.
too.
Also, look QB. I'm curious. Who's available?
Dart.
Oh,
Milrow.
shit.
Milrow.
And Tyler Shug too.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So let's check wide receiver. Burden is
They're not
still
going to take a
there.
quarterback at 43.
Jalen Noel is still there. I could see
No.
a world where their second round or their first third is wide receiver.
No. John
I'm
Lynch
just
is telling
saying,
Kyle to be quiet. Keep it.
All right.
Relax,
We
Kyle.
got Donovan Jackson. If we go tackles, it's kind of in the people where yeah.
I feel we go Ozzy Trapilo late. That if you haven't seen that guy, he's like 6'8". He's a dog.
Yeah, he's a beast. I just think Anthony Belton fits more in with his zone scheme.
What about interior offensive line though? They got to replace Banks, and they could take a guy who's played some left tackle as well.
Yeah, we can look at that as well. I also think Emory Jones is going to be a really good guard.
Okay.
But we have Donovan Jackson. I really like Tate Ratledge and Jared Wilson, the duo from Georgia. They're good players. Charles Grant from William and Mary. No, he played at a small school, but he's a good player. Miles Frazier's good. So there's a lot of guys that I like.
Donovan Jackson's
area.
interesting. He played some left tackle for them once Josh Simmons went down and did a
Yeah.
pretty good job.
Yeah.
Good player.
Yeah.
And then Jonas Savanaye is built like, Banks.
I also see a world where they go cornerback with the second round pick.
Maybe. I think they're going to go corner with one of their top 5.
Wessinger.
I look, they're never excited about Spencer Burford starting.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
And the other option is Ben Barch, who, played a game and a half last year. So
That's true.
I
People
think
are really
that,
high
again,
on
they
Ben
draft for
Barch.
need. They need a left guard. And the guy they draft here could be a player who starts and plays 100% of the snaps. It's a
This is
pressing
true.
need. I think they would take
This is true.
Jackson or Savanaye as unsexy as that is.
I mean, I don't think it's like, I mean, really, when you're drafting offensive linemen outside of like maybe 2 players, is there really like a sexy offensive lineman?
It's exactly that's right. They're the big uglies. No offense.
Yeah,
You got to have
yeah.
them.
Yeah.
So, that's my pick. You guys are welcome to overrule me.
I think it's got to be Donovan.
No, I'm down for that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that pick at all. I think he's a good.
Okay,
player.
so they've really addressed their trenches now. B plus A. That's fine.
Grant, do you think that they actually start like this though?
I think they're gonna take Gray Zapel, man. I swear, I think they're gonna take because I think they're being coy with Trent Williams. They
But
say
Grant,
he's
at
there. They
11?
say he's gonna play.
So-
He hasn't spoken. He was there. They could have brought him out. He could have been like, "Hey,
That's true.
I'm here."
That's true.
Like
That's
he,
true.
he just hasn't said a word. And I think my job as a journalist is to be like skeptical. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give that up until he
but-
talks.
So Grant, say they do go Zabel at 11, so it swaps because we went D-line,
Right.
offensive line.
Then
So
you come
who do
back and take like Darius Alexander at 43.
okay,
or-
I love Darius Alexander out of Toledo.
Yeah. And I
Yeah,
think
he's a good
Cirque would like
player.
him too. He's got the quick first step. He's athletic.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a little older.
Okay, so we're at pick 75. We'll check Jamari Caldwell.
Safety.
Don't really like.
Safety.
I'd rather
This is
take
prime
later.
edge territory because
Yeah,
you
we
wait a
can
little
check
bit longer
edge.
than 75. You may not get
Yeah.
a guy who can make a
Dude,
difference.
I
All
know
of them went.
Josiah
yeah.
Stewart.
Olafemi went already, but Braden Swinson is a player that I've been really high on, and he's kind of fallen under the radar in a lot of like people's mocks, and I don't really get it because I think he's a really good player. Him and the other LSU edge, Savion Jones, I think is his name. Yeah, Savion Jones right here. He's a good player. David Walker, obviously, a lot of Niners guys are mocking David
He's correct.
Walker. It seems like the Niners really love him. He's a
Yeah.
really good player.
Wait,
We can
for
check
you two-
cornerback.
For you two, would you guys want Gray Zabel at 11? Because I feel like you guys want him at 11. I'm shocked by that. Like I would not.
I
want
don't
Gray Zabel at
necessarily want him at 11. I just think I could see the Niners doing it.
I mean, Gray Zabel went like 23rd in this mock.
That's
So,
true.
It's not
Yeah.
like if we went Gray Zabel with pick 11, I wouldn't be mad.
It's just PTSD, man. I hate his NDS. I hate that school. I can't. I hate it.
That's so funny. But hold on, can we talk about Josiah Stewart for a second? So like Jalen Walker is considered no doubt top 10 pick, 6'1", 243. Josiah Stewart is 6'1", 249, was like more productive than people just rule him out like, oh, he's small. Like, okay,
Yeah.
Jalen Walker's small. Like they're really quick, explosive edge rushers. He's good.
Yeah.
He's a good player, man. I think I like him more than David Walker personally, even though he's smaller.
Mm,
But I don't know. You guys
Yeah.
can take whichever edge rusher you like. You know him better than me. But I think Kennard, him, Walker, the guy
Yeah.
Swinson. I mean, he's ranked even higher.
Yeah, Braden Swenson's a good player. I don't mind Josiah Stewart. He's just I mean, one, the Niners haven't really had the best luck with Michigan guys. First off. Second off, I don't know. It's tough to, and I'm not saying you can't be good when you're on a line when you have production and you're on a line with with
Graham and Durant.
and
Yeah.
but it's just like you also have to have the thought, does it come easy to you because those guys are next to you? Like, I'm not saying he's bad, right?
Yeah.
But in a position like this, I just think Braden Swenson's more athletic. He's a better player.
What I like
I
about
would go
Josiah
Swinson,
Stewart,
but-
I mean, yeah, he had 8.5 sacks last year at Michigan, but like he played 2 years at Coastal Carolina as a true freshman. He had 12.5 sacks. So I just
That's-
feel like he's good. And
Yeah.
in round 3, you know what you're getting. But you may be able to get someone better.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he may be more of like a pass rush specialist. He's probably not setting edges on the D as a D end. I don't know if he can play off ball linebacker like Jalen Walker, but he's going to be a nice pass rusher.
Check safety.
But
If they
David
went-
Walker has the frame to be a 3-down, right? Like he can set an edge. He's 263 pounds.
Yeah, that's true. If they went
Yeah.
Judkins here, I would actually cry. I'd be so happy. But
Judkins would be sick.
also another option is Darian Porter. They did have a visit with him. He is still on the board. I think
Check
that's a look
safety.
for
Safety.
round 3. We
Safety.
can check safety. Makuba's there.
Look who's there.
We'll check linebacker. I think they also could talk about Demetrius Knight here.
I would imagine that they would go
football.
edge rusher and linebacker in round 3 in whatever order.
Harold
I've been
Fannin,
pretty
though.
adamant that I think pick 75 is going Harold Fannin Jr. I could
Wow,
be wrong on that.
dude.
See, the way I look
I've
at
said
it is
that our
like
last 3.
they might like Harold Fannin Jr., but to me, I think there's like 5 positions where they need starters.
Yeah.
5. Like
Yeah.
we just knocked off 2. I think
Yeah.
edge rusher and weak side linebacker, that's 4. And then corner,
Mhm.
that's like 4.5 because that guy's going to play 70% of the snaps.
Yeah.
That to me,
Yeah.
those are the first 5 picks. And if you go running back, tight end, anything else, it's like, wait, man, you just have to the backup. You
Yeah.
need 5 starters. That's
Yeah.
just the way I look at it.
That's
For me
right.
here, I'm going safety. I'm going with Kuba.
I
I'm
think
going with Kuba.
Maybe. I think they
Dude,
need an edge
Makuba's
rusher. yo.
dog, man.
can we
you
talk
like your
about
Matos that much?
dude? Kyle Williams out of Washington State has flown up the draft board, probably the hardest out of any prospect. I was taking this guy in the late 5th or early 6th round when this first
I
started.
like his
Now,
highlights.
he's
His highlights are
literally
like
going
touch the
third
screen,
round.
touchdown.
Give me
Dude, he's
Savion.
so fun.
Touchdown.
Give me
Does he
Savion
not move?
Williams.
Does he not move so smooth? Like he moves
He does.
so smooth.
He does. It
Nick,
looks
I
like
think
Debo
it-
highlights. He's just smaller.
Yeah, 100%. So, I'll let you guys pick. I don't
I
know.
think
I
My vote
personally
is
go
for the
Swinson.
best edge rusher available.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd go
Swinson.
Swinson. All right, we'll go Swinson.
Okay.
But yeah, Kyle Williams. I think the Niners have to find a way to draft Kyle Williams.
This is the running back pick right here. This is
I
the
don't
running
think
back.
so.
Really?
I think this is the Greenlaw pick.
Oh, look
Yeah,
at Cam. Cam is there.
Cam.
we can check.
Cam is there.
If Demetrius Knight's here at 100, they're not even blinking before they turn this card in. I will say.
You think they
that.
like him better than Chris Paul?
Yes.
Do it.
Have
then.
you seen this guy? This guy
Yeah,
flies
absolutely.
with
I
his
know he's a
head
little
up.
bit older, but I
Yeah,
don't think
he's
the
like-
Niners really care.
No, he
Yeah.
flies with his hair on
Not as
fire.
much care
This
about the
guy's
age.
freaky.
Get him. Get him.
Yeah, we'll go here.
Okay, now to me, you
Killing
get the
it.
corner, and then you can draft for as many luxuries as you want after that.
But
Because this
Savion
corner
is
could
there.
be in their
Ooh.
nickel defense. The whole if it ain't this corner, then it's going to be Trey Brown.
Yeah, I think they go. I think they
Denzel
go.
Burke? Pff, say less.
No, I
Burke's
think this
good. I just
cornerback
think they
pick-
like Zaw. I think they like
Zaw
Zaw.
Frazier runs a
Kobe better.
4.3. He's like a Kello Witherspoon. Either one.
I
Yeah,
want
think
Kobe
they like
Bryant.
Zaw better.
Get Zaw.
I like Kobe too, but I think they like Zaw the most just because they had him for a visit. And they were at his pro day, which
He's built a lot like a Kello Witherspoon, who they drafted.
They had Kobe Bryant on a
Yeah.
visit, did they not?
Yeah, but
yeah.
Zaw's
Kobe
ranked
Bryant,
higher.
yeah.
I like Kobe Bryant. I think this
But
pick,
if the board plays out like this, I think they kind of go back and forth on this guy because they're 133, 149. They have 138. So if it, like I said, if it kind of plays out like this, I think they might look at another position and come back to see which one of them is still available
Possible.
at 138.
Go wide
and take
receiver.
him.
Denzel Burke's a nice player, though, man.
He's
So
good.
wide
I like him
receiver.
too. I like him
Yeah.
too. He doesn't move as well as I want him to, though.
But they're playing zone. I don't think they're going to care as
Yeah.
much. Yeah.
That's true. David
Go wide
Walker's
receiver.
still available.
David Walker's still available.
Yeah, we can
Interesting.
check.
Savion.
Well,
Savion's
the other
there.
position I would look at is like running back. You know, is Kyle. You can't hold him
Yeah.
back.
Look who's
He's
there.
waiting. I want Damian Martinez, man.
I've been pounding the table for Damian.
Dude, I've been
since
watching
the
him.
first
My
draft.
God, he's a lot like Jordan Mason the way he runs.
Dude, I
but
mean, look, bro, I'm from
Give me
Oregon.
scat.
My whole family went to Oregon State, so
I didn't
I've
watch
watched
him
this
until
guy
this
play.
week, so that's my
Oh,
bad. Dude, do you think he'll be there at 138?
Yeah. It's gonna be
Take
close.
him. Take
It's
him.
gonna be close.
No, give me Scat. Give me Scat.
Hell
It's gonna be
no.
close.
Dude,
It's
why do you
gonna
guys
be
hate
close.
Scat, man? Scat's
It's
a
not
dog.
I
that
don't
we-
like Scat. I
it's
don't
not
hate
that-
Scat, but like,
also
what's his
love
face is a
to
better
see
athlete than him, Martinez.
I would love to take Belton here, but yeah, Martinez, dude. The stats. It's proofs in the pudding, dude. Like he's produced at every level.
Yep. 6
Um,
yards of carry in college.
Yeah, Grant. I'm telling you, when I watched him at Oregon State, he was an actual cheat code for us because we had one of the best lines in the country too. It was unreal to watch.
I vote for him.
Dude, I like Savion Williams.
Or do
man.
we hold on? Do we go Belton and hold on to see if Martinez falls to
Let's
us?
do
'Cause
that.
I also am a Devin Neal guy. Devin Neal, very similar to Damian Martinez, in my opinion. Very
I
similar.
like Ollie Gordon. I
prospect.
like Ollie Gordon more than Devin Neal. I feel like Ollie Gordon has so much more potential. Like he just had a bad year this year, I think, because Ollie Gordon's 2023 season
Let's
was
go
insane.
Belton because I think the Niners are going to go Belton here. That's the only reason why I'm going to go Belton. Here.
I would want Savion
Hold
Williams.
on.
bro.
Hold
Really like
on.
Savion.
Wait a second. Oh, you took Belton? Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
A plus pick, Grant. It's an
See,
A
I don't
plus
like
pick.
that pick because he's a backup, and I think you still are in starter territory, man. I think you still need a starting corner.
But is he really a backup? Because that's going to be Trent's replacement. So he's
He's
for
like
a
a
year.
red shirt.
But he also moves his feet so well to where he could take Aaron Banks' spot and play right next to Trent this year if we really.
Yeah, but we
needed
got
him.
Donovan Jackson.
That's true. But what if Donovan Jackson slides over to the right?
That's true.
I think
Get rid
we're
of
running
Colton
back
Kivitz.
here.
Just bounce
Yeah.
Colton Kivitz from there. All right, who we got
Yeah.
at 138?
Running back,
So-
you go Jaden Blue.
We lost Martinez. I'm pissed.
Yeah, Devin Neal's still there.
Dude, I like
Aeneas
Jaden Blue.
Peebles. I think the Niners draft Aeneas Peebles or Vernon Broughton. One of those guys is for sure getting drafted by the Niners. Jackson Slater, we already have inside. Burke is still there.
He's still there.
See
Oh
another
man, if they had
cornerback
just
going.
taken Martinez with the other pick, I've been
I
love this
know.
draft. Oh man, see, I'm channeling Kyle right now. I can't believe we lost a running back, dude.
Literally.
Oh
He's
man,
like,
he
"Can
went
we
for
trade up?"
1,500 yards in my system. Yeah, take Denzel Burke or Zaw Frazier, either one. Either one.
Yeah, we'll go Burke.
Okay.
But I think they go Zaw Frazier or Kobe Bryant.
Nick, if we're taking running back next pick, we pick Jaden Blue. I'm telling you, that guy's
Yeah,
a
that's the
dog.
thing about running back. You can't get guys later. That's fine.
So
let's see what we
tight
got.
end.
Tight
We
end.
can look at tight end. Mitchell Evans is a prospect I really like.
Okay.
If you watch Notre Dame in the college football playoff, in the national championship, dude, their receivers had 0 catches. It was all tight ends.
It was all tight
And
ends.
Mitchell Evans is the massive part of that. I just think he's a really good player and he can block. So that's a guy I definitely look at this range.
If you think Kyle Shanahan can restrain himself from drafting a running back this long, I just feel like you don't know him by now.
No,
yeah,
that's what I'm
he can.
saying.
This is Kyle Shanahan right now. It's not about
Yeah.
what we want, it's about what he wants.
That's true. One of these picks is going running
It's
back.
going to be a
guaranteed.
running back.
Dude, Jaden Blue. I'm telling you,
They
Jaden Blue.
traded Jordan Mason. They got to replace him.
Yeah,
I love
Jaden
Jaden
Blue's
Blue.
a good player. I just feel like they go like I feel like he'd like Taj Brooks more than he'd like Jaden Blue. And he
I
gets
just like
Taj
Jaden-
Brooks in the 7th.
Jaden Blue. Like,
What about
no
Devin
one-
Neal?
I like Devin Neal. I'm a huge Devin Neal guy.
No
Tell
one
me about
expect-
Devin Neal.
Dude, he played at Kansas all 4 years, no injuries, holds like all the rushing records. He doesn't fumble the ball. He's just a hard-nosed guy. He's going to show up, work his ass off every single
Dude,
day.
get him.
I like Jaden Blue
He's
more
gonna be a
than
great player.
I like Jaden Blue though. Jaden
Why?
Blue, like
Make the
Because
case,
Jaden-
Maj.
Jaden
Yeah,
Blue.
make the case. Make the case.
Jaden Blue. This whole season, every single game, he had like 30 carries every game. He never
Dude, he
got
played half
injured.
the season though.
Yeah, because that's what CJ Baxter was injured. Jaden Blue came in and was an absolute dog. I don't know. I just like Jaden Blue more than Devin Neal.
Fair enough. Jaden Blue's 5'9", 196, kind of built like Bucky Irving, but he runs a 4.38.
He's got.
I just have the
speed,
feeling the
too.
Niners are trying to get a bigger body to replace Mason, but that doesn't mean that that's the right way to go. Maybe you
But-
want to get someone like Bucky Irving.
Jaden Blue, you list off his height, but like he kind of reminds me of Jordan Mason. Like he's hard to take down.
He's a 196-pound version of Jordan Mason. I feel that.
Dude, when I was watching him, it was hard to take him down.
You make the call, Grant. You make the call because we're split.
I mean, it's dangerous to just draft a guy because of his size or like what you want. I mean,
That's true.
who do you guys, regardless of size, frame, who do you think is the better running back? Let's look up their numbers. Devin Neal stats. Who's a
Okay,
better running back?
Their numbers, but Devin Neal played more games than Jaden Blue, so you'll have to take that.
So you have to put that into.
So Devin Neal rushed 760 times in college, averaged 5.7 yards per carry. Let's check out Jaden Blue.
I love Jaden Blue. He's sick.
Jaden Blue. 214 carries in college, so not a lot of tread on the tires. 5.4 yards per carry, but he had 42 catches last year. So
It's 'cause he
this is
was a backup,
totally different
too.
type of prospect.
Like Jaden Blue
Yeah.
wasn't even supposed to be he wasn't even supposed to be a top pick. Like not even at 142. It was supposed to be CJ Baxter, but CJ Baxter tore his ACL. So
Yeah, that's
Jaden Blue
that's what I
player.
was saying. Grant, Taj Brooks and Jaden Blue are very similar prospects where they can catch the ball out of backfield. Where Devin Neal's more of like a true running back. So
Yeah, I just my prediction in this draft is that Kyle has two draft crushes at running back.
mm,
Scat, Martinez. And I think he's looking for
it's
a
possible.
Jordan Mason replacement. I could be totally wrong. Maybe he wants someone like Jaden Blue, who's more of a Christian McCaffrey type, or a third, a 3-down scat back.
The more
I
we
don't
talk
know.
about running backs, the more I think he's going to take one at 11. Can you imagine?
dude, K, don't even
If
say that.
Dickinson and the 49ers take
Amarian
Travion
Hampton.
Henderson. Yeah, or Amarian Hampton. Oh my
I think they
God.
want someone who can they drafted Ty Davis Price in round 3. What was the vision for Ty Davis Price? Someone who could slam into the line of scrimmage really hard.
or Trey Sermon.
Yeah, Trey Sermon. I don't know what that was about.
Dude, that was horrible. That was horrible. And I actually
right.
liked him as a prospect, sadly enough. But
I think here we go, Devin Neal. I'll make you guys happy. Let's go, Devin Neal. I think.
Oh
Yeah.
man, okay. All right.
what were you gonna say, Grant? We're gonna have
I was just gonna give it to Maj because we haven't let him pick
Oh,
one
let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay, Jaden Blue.
We'll go blue.
Hey.
We'll go blue.
yet.
Let's go.
What do we get for that one?
Hey,
Jake Majors picked before us. You hate to see it.
go edge because Walker might still be
Yeah. 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 So
Okay, it's David Walker. That's not even.
Yeah.
We don't even have to talk about this. Holy
just-
crap! Wait, go back. Go back to Edge. Grant, look at the two names right here. There's like two last names. Look at this: Powell Ryland and Ingram Dawkins.
Oh my goodness, that's so many last names.
Grant doesn't like that. I think
I
this
feel like
pick's
David Walker isn't gonna last this long, but if he does,
No, he's
they
not.
might take him.
I think they're gonna have to take him with 138.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or
that's why I
147,
I'm gonna leave that
but-
one alone. It just feels like unrealistic. Like,
It
is there?
does.
What about tight end?
Yeah, go tight end.
Mitchell Evans.
There you go.
Okay, wait.
Um,
I have a question. Nick, you might know this better than me. Scroll up a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
Thomas Fadone. I think that's how you say his name.
Yeah.
People are talking about him about being like literally the best tight. I saw a thing of someone literally said he's the best tight end in the draft.
I think
Like he's that good.
I mean he's a good player, but Grant, maybe you can look this up because I'm on one monitor right now. But I think he transferred from like Harvard.
Who?
What I heard is he's really,
Thomas Padone.
really freaking good.
But
Like
what about
someone-
Jalen Conyers? Isn't that someone that the Niners have been
Yeah.
looking at?
Yeah. And he's a good player. I like his catch radius. I think he's a really good contested catch player. And I mean, if you watch his tape, he literally lines up in the slot. He'll line up outside. Like, I just like his versatility when it comes to that. So
He
he's a
tested
player I
really
really
well.
like. Yeah, he's a player I really like. But yeah, I was
That might
talking
be the
about
guy.
Padone.
They had a meeting with them.
He's a good player too. So that, I mean, it all depends if they want to take a tight end at 160. I personally think if this is how it plays out, you take Conyers in the 7th and you go Vernon Broughton or Aeneas Peebles on the D line.
Okay. Yeah, they could definitely go another
D
D tackle.
Yeah.
What pick are we at right now?
Yeah.
Pick one.
160.
160. Yeah, we're at 160. So if I was running in the ticket, I'm taking Vernon Broughton. If you watch this guy at Texas, I mean, I know Maj does. This guy's an absolute beast, dude.
He's a
He's
beast.
an absolute
Hold on,
beast.
but is he a dog?
No, he's more than a dog, Grant.
Wait,
He's a
is he a
beast.
dog? Wait, is he a DOG or is he a DAWG?
Yeah, that's the question.
DAW.
All right, then I
DAW.
want to. That's my only question.
Yeah. No,
I
he's
want
a
to be that
beast.
dude in the draft room, like when they're talking about, be like, wait.
Yeah.
Is he a dog though?
Yeah.
Every time.
I love that.
Yeah.
They gave us a
I think
C
they need
plus.
to-
for that?
Wait.
where he's at.
Grant, before we make this next pick,
Yeah.
who do you think on the Niners board is like do they have labeled as the golden helmet?
Cam's gotta be.
Golden helmet. Kelvin Banks,
Are you serious?
Jalen Walker, those two for sure.
Jalen,
I'm thinking not Mike Green.
I could see Jalen.
Probably not Mike Green. just
Why
a
is
guess.
that?
I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I think Kelvin Banks. Kelvin Banks.
I don't see
Ooh.
that at all. I do see Walker. I do not see Kelvin Banks whatsoever.
No, I think he dealt with
that-
like a personal tragedy and like didn't talk about it and played and all that kind
mean,
of like I
fair,
think that's the
but-
kind of stuff.
That guy,
Yeah.
I don't know. For some reason, he seems like he'd stub his toe and be like he'd get turf toe and be out for 8 weeks.
Nick's just a hater of Kelvin.
I am.
It's
I am.
incredible how
I am a
people
hater.
hate Kelvin Banks.
I am a hater of
He has a
Kelvin Banks.
terrible agent or something because no
Which,
one is
by
pushing
the
back
way-
against this
By
stuff.
the way, the people that I've hated on, I've been more so right about so far. At least,
Has he
at
missed
least how
any
they're-
Okay,
games?
Nick.
At least how they're slipping. Like you guys were talking about taking James Pierce at 11. Bro's probably not going first round.
It's because of his
So-
like his attitude thing. I think whatever he gets, James Pierce Jr., they're getting a dog.
We'll
Like
see.
if James Pierce Jr. falls to the Eagles, we're screwed. We're so screwed.
He looks like a bit of a one-trick pony. Like he's not going to help you against the run,
Oh,
but he's going to be a good pass rusher. I don't know.
if we need someone
100%.
good against the run, you draft Cam Jackson right here. He's I love Cam Jackson.
So, we have not gone. Oh no, we did. We
We
went
did.
Demetrius and I,
Demetrius and
and we went Denzel Burke. Okay, we haven't gone safety yet. The only guy Craig Woodson's not a bad player, and they brought him in. If I'm not wrong, I'm pretty sure they did. Dan Jackson's a late round guy that you can get. That's kind of really the only guys I like out of that.
Do we draft
um,
the tight end or not yet?
We have not, so we could go Conyers here. Check quarterbacks, Riley Leonard.
Ooh, pretty
So
good.
there is some guys I like. I mean Willie Lampkin is Kruger's draft crush. He's been talking about this guy so much. He's like a short, big man, and he plays hard nosed football for sure. Cam Jackson out of Florida has been
so good.
a tackle that I'm so high on. He's an absolute stud. So if they get in this position, I think they go another D tackle, and you get 3 D tackles.
Yeah, you got to go Cam Jackson. He's like
Because
the
there's not really any edges that I like right here. Like Fidel Diggs isn't a bad player, but
I don't
Tyler
think they're going to
Batty,
draft
I do-
3D
I do like.
tackles. I think they're going to draft a tight end. Though.
Okay,
I think
let's
this
go
pick has
Conyers.
to be tight end. Yeah, it's got to
Let's
be
go
Conyers.
Conyers.
Yeah.
They already know.
Let's go.
Again, I'm not
Conyers.
saying what they should do. You guys could be right. I just have a feeling they're going to draft a
Okay.
tight end,
Okay.
especially
But
with
you
this
know what I'm
Kittle thing. I mean,
surprised
he might request a trade. They don't know. He might have requested a trade already, although it hasn't been reported. I'm watching Jaden Blue highlights.
I
Damn,
just don't.
He's good.
damn,
Grant, you like him, don't you?
he's good.
I told you, he's a dog.
He's
Like,
good.
He's a dog, man.
Again, I don't know if he's what they're looking for, but yeah, I like a guy.
I like
that.
him, dude.
Grant, we already have a couple inside linemen,
Yep.
right? No,
Yep.
we just got Jackson.
Yeah. 2 offensive linemen. I mean, the
we-
Niners now have a good offensive line, thanks to us. You're welcome.
Do we go Clay Webb,
Who's that?
the guard out of Jacksonville State?
I see. If you're gonna take a third offensive lineman, I'd like to take a center.
I think Clay Webb could play center,
Okay.
low key. But I also
What
like
about wide
Shamar
receiver,
James
though?
if they go
Is there a
to-
wide receiver you want to take here,
No.
or did you or did we
Yes.
miss that?
Okay, so Andrew Armstrong is massive, dude. This guy's like, look him up real quick, Grant. But I think he's 6'7", dude. He's huge.
6'7".
And I think he has a lot of upside. Like his production's not bad, but I think he's gonna be better in the NFL, just surrounded by better players.
6'4", 202, 32-inch arms, certified dog.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. Keandre Lambert Smith out of Auburn, I really like. Ricky White is a late round guy, just an absolute speedster. Same with Efton Chisholm.
Jimmy Horn's good too. I really like Jimmy Horn's combine. Like I felt like in the combine he kind of opened my eyes a little bit more. I like him too.
One of these Colorado guys is gonna be good. I just don't know which one it is. I can't
That's
put
true.
my like.
I feel like
finger
this
on it.
draft we kind of messed up. I feel like they're gonna take a wide receiver. I like this draft that we did. I just feel they're not gonna go full trenches. Like they're gonna pick 113. That's when they're gonna pick a receiver. There's no way this is how the draft's gonna look just because Shanahan needs his receiver. He needs it.
I mean, I think 100 or 113 is going to be Ellick if he falls, or it's going to be Kyle Williams because they had him in for a pre-draft visit.
Yep.
Like it's going to be one of those guys. That's my take on it. Once again, could
I'm
be
watching
wrong.
Dayton Blue highlights. You know who he'd be great on? The Rams. The Rams.
Don't say that. Don't
So
say that.
explosive.
Why-
He's such
I
a
feel
great
like-
compliment to Kyron Williams,
Nah,
who's not
dude,
that explosive.
I feel like McVay's gonna start listening to you.
Big Shay.
What's that?
I swear, like McVay's gonna start listening to you because like. you
Dude, I just
give
keep
him all
watching him
these
run like
ideas.
outside zone for touchdowns, like left, right. Like,
Yeah.
damn, this goes
Yeah.
hella
Him-
fast.
He's kind of like a Kyron Williams too, like
Yeah.
how they play. They're
He's a dog.
Yeah.
He's a dog.
Thank you,
Love
Maj.
you.
I appreciate that. That was
All right.
Jalen Conner. So the last two picks, what we got here, guys?
I
Yo,
think
last two picks.
I like Jimmy Horn, but I think this pick
Jimmy
is,
Horn, you can get with the last pick for sure.
You can, yeah.
As long as the
But-
last two picks are dogs, I'm good.
Let's look here.
What
Okay,
about
so
kicker?
if I was gonna finish this draft, I know we skipped safety, but if I was gonna finish this draft, I'd probably go edge Tyler Batty, that's after I go Keandre Lambert Smith. So I go Keandre Lambert Smith and Tyler Batty to finish it. But
Cool.
what do you guys think?
I defer. I'm like Kyle Shanahan. I've tuned out. Seventh round. I don't have anything anymore.
Maj, what do you think?
I don't know. I like Andrew Armstrong. I don't know much about Lambert Smith, but I don't know.
Both good players.
Check kicker. Why not? I'm joking.
They're still there.
Oh,
guys are there.
Borgalis went down a little bit.
Yeah,
Ryan
he did.
Fitzgerald's number one now.
He was. Grant, do you see a world where they take two running backs?
No. There's no way we take two running backs.
I don't think so.
Stupidest thing.
They have Garendo last. They got Garendo last year. They still have Patrick Taylor Jr. I don't think so.
Do we
No.
take a flyer on a quarterback like Max Brosmer?
Sure.
Thoughts?
Nick.
Curtis
No.
Rourke.
Nick, we're taking an undrafted quarterback, and it's a quarterback from Canada, El Gersma.
All right, who do we want to go here for this pick?
Take a
think we should-
quarterback. Take a quarterback. No. Take quarterback with the last pick, just to throw it in Brock's face.
Do
This
Andrew
one.
Armstrong. I like Andrew Armstrong.
Okay, get the Armstrong guy,
All right, we can go Armstrong.
Do Armstrong.
and then go quarterback with the last pick.
All right, and we go Max Brosmer, I think.
Boom.
But I also like Brady Cook. But I'm gonna go Brosmer because I think it's very similar build to Mac and Brock.
All right, cool. Lock it in.
Let's
That's
go
our pick.
Brosmer. Yeah.
We got a C+ for that one that you suggested, though. Thanks a lot.
Unreal. All right.
I think it's a very
Let's not
realistic.
look. This is a great
mock draft. I
draft.
think it could go down like that. 75. I wonder if they'll take Swinson or I don't know.
I mean, Oladeja
David
wasn't
Walker.
there. They're not going to take David Walker with 75. I could see them taking David Walker with 113, 130, 138.
I heard
don't
that they
see him
like him
taking
so much that
75.
they might take him at 75. That they
No, that's
just
what they've been
secure.
saying about
Yeah.
Oladeja. I don't think
I don't
I
know.
don't think Walker goes 75. No way.
Yeah, I know people heard about but from what I heard, according to my sources, the guy that they like is David Walker. But
Hey,
not
Grant.
that my source is that great. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Grant, if Shador didn't
Okay.
go first and he was at 11, would you pick Shador?
I mean, I feel like, yeah, like this is your opportunity to take a quarterback in round one. Like in the future, if you want to take a quarterback in round one, you're gonna have to trade up. He fits your system. He's cheap. He doesn't have to be an
Yeah.
Shador
elite
just kind of
quarterback.
scares me.
The
He kinda
whole
scares
thing,
me.
like, is he top 10 only becomes an issue when you're trying to pay him. Like, if he's a
That's true.
starter on a rookie deal and he can fit your system, it's a good pick.
That's true. And you're not wrong about it being tough to trade up for
Yeah, it's
quarterback
really
in the
hard.
future.
They tried that.
Yeah. I think Shador goes to the Steelers in the first round, and
They've
I'm a
told
lot,
him.
I
I'm a
don't.
lot higher. I'm a lot higher on Shador than a lot of people, but I think he's going to be a great NFL quarterback.
I think people
he's
are
gonna
crushing him for
Yeah,
a
I
lot of
think he's
silly
going to be
reasons.
good. But
Yeah.
what do I know?
Anyway, let's get into some prize picks because we actually have
do
a
it.
Shador prize pick. These are this is a free play on the prize pick app. Go check it
Wow.
out yourself. Win a share of $500K. Shador is currently being
11
projected
and a
at
half.
11.5
The
for his
Niners are
draft
taking
position,
him
right
at
around where the
11 to
Niners
hammer
pick. Isn't
the
that
under.
interesting?
Yeah.
Do you think he'll get picked above there or below there? More or less.
I go above.
Well,
I think he goes to Steelers at what are the Steelers? 21?
21. 21.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
First rounders
Wait,
wearing
you put
glasses.
less.
It'd be
That
less.
means like he'll be below
Below
11.5,
11.
I believe. More, I think, means like above 11.5. I'm pretty sure.
Like he's gonna go in the top 11. That's
Yeah.
basically what it means.
It's gonna
So
go
he's-
below.
he's going
11.5
21.
less.
Okay. Okay. I see.
First rounders wearing glasses.
More.
Goodell boot on stage. First rounders crying. Travis Hunter's draft position.
That's
Big Ten
insane.
players. Ashton Genty 6.5. Ashton Genty 6.5.
Travis Hunter take the under. Take less. He's going
yeah,
to.
yeah.
He's going to.
He's going 2. Okay.
Yeah,
Then there's
guaranteed.
Genty. You think he's going 5?
Mel Kiper says upside at 3.5. That's hitting 14.5 guaranteed.
Yeah, 14. I mean, those you can only pick 3. I think those are 3 really good ones.
Those are
What about Ashton Genty? Genty might go to the Jags. It's been more like the last couple of days. I have a feeling the Jags are going to draft Genty. It's either Jags or Raiders, of course, but I don't know.
I'll tell
Let's
you
go
right
with
now,
that one because I want to go with 3 players.
Yeah, I think Genty go. Damn, yeah, go more. I don't think the Jags would have to be stupid to pick him, even though he's very good.
I think he goes to the Jags or the Raiders.
That's what I'm saying. So that would be
Almost-
more, as in like above 6.5, unless I'm completely wrong.
I think so.
I don't know. I
yeah.
think he goes either what are the Jags 5?
Yeah, I agree
Yeah.
with that.
5 or
That's-
6. I think he goes.
It's a pretty good lineup right here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shador
I like it.
going below 11.5, Hunter going above 2.5, and Genty going above 6.5.
Yep.
Let's lock
I
that
like it.
in. Submit the lineup. Boom. Let's view the board.
Let's do it.
I don't know how to view the board actually, but that's how it's done. Anyway,
Boom.
wait a second. Oh, that wasn't as seamless as I hoped. I thought that was a pretty realistic mock draft.
That was
Walter
great.
Nolan in round 1. I wouldn't be surprised if the Niners do that. My only issue with Walter Nolan in round 1, I'm not sure that he would be like a real help to the run defense on this team in this front. But he's going to be good. I think he's going to be really good. I think both him and Mason Graham, they remind me a lot of like Braden Fisk with the Rams, who just had 8.5 sacks as a rookie.
Yeah.
Good player.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I mean, I see that as like a concern, but if you have like CJ West, Vernon Broughton, Cam Jackson, Jordan Phillips, those are all that I can think off the top of my head. If you have those guys next to him, you're not gonna have to worry about stopping the run.
That's fair. I mean, the only thing is like in a 5-man front, you can like have that nose tackle in the A gap away from the 3 technique. And that guy has put so much stress on the defense where like you can't slide the center over and that 3 technique. Like he's going to get a 1-on-1 in that 5. Like he's going to be 1-on-1 that 3 technique against the guard. But in the wide 9 on a run play, the tackle is pretty much free to double team him because the defensive end is on the other side of the tight end.
Yeah.
So I just feel like both guys are in such a tough spot in the wide. I think playing defensive tackle in the wide 9 is so freaking hard. It's way harder than playing defensive end. And I don't know. I mean, the Niners acknowledge it. I don't know. Did they learn from the Hargrave experience? Like he's a really good player, but he doesn't fit the wide 9. I don't think Aaron Donald would fit the wide 9.
But also, I just blanked on his name. Well, Nolan. Nolan
Yep.
is way more athletic and he's faster and quicker than
Yeah.
Hargrave was, anyways. So
It's
I
true.
don't really like I said, I don't think it's gonna be a problem like that. And if he's next to Bosa, dude, that's gonna be insane.
When
That's
I
gonna be
watch Nolan
gross.
highlights, a lot of times he's like standing up before the snap and like kind of like making the offense guess where he's going to line up, and then he
Yeah.
gets a one-on-one against the center. It's like, yeah, that's cool, dude. But like, what about like the dirty work on this team? I don't know.
I think he's gonna
he
he's
can
gonna
do it?
buy in. Yeah, I
He
think
can
he's
buy
gonna
in.
buy into
He's gonna
'Cause I know
shine.
what
He's a
Kasarek's
dog.
going to see is like the first step, and he's gonna be like, oh, he's going to get in the backfield and blow up these plays. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Kasarek for a second? The Niners have so much faith in him to develop players. Does he?
I mean
Kinlaw, Drake
like,
Jackson,
yeah.
over and over. Does he? Robert Beal.
I was watching your stream yesterday and you guys were saying Menahu and what's the other one?
Arden Key.
Yeah. That's I mean it's really kind of been it, right? I mean
So it seems
DJ
like
Jones.
his thing is to take a
DJ.
defensive end who hasn't panned out and been like, boom, we're going to put you at D tackle on third downs. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, that's smart. But
Yeah.
is that really like a genius move or just like a common sense move?
I think it's a little bit of both, I guess, because you
Yeah.
have to find the right guy. Like Menahu is so big that you can do that, you know?
Yeah.
Um
Yeah. And now they're
Same
going to
with
try
Arden
with
Key.
Dos Matos. I would have, you know,
yeah.
That's the
I mean,
move.
I got faith in you, too.
Similar build.
I
got
wonder
faith
if they
in
were to
you.
draft Shamar Stewart or Michael Williams, if they would do the same thing with him. Yeah.
Michael, yes. Shamar
Yes.
Stewart, they would
Probably
try
not.
it, but it wouldn't work very well.
No.
That's why
what
I don't
think.
think the Niners will take Michael Williams in round one. I feel like Kasarek would move him to D tackle on third down.
I'd be so happy if they took Michael Williams. That's
Michael Williams is a dog.
I
Yeah,
think
it's
the
good.
Niners want to take Mike Green, but they can't.
No. No, you
Because
Dude,
he
leave
like,
it to the Falcons.
Gus
though.
Bradley and Salah been looking for that Cliff. You remember Cliff Averill? You guys remember Cliff Averill?
Yes.
He was the D end on the Seahawks and the Legion of Boom. They got him from the Lions. And if you go, he's like D Ford before D Ford, 6'3",
Yeah.
250 something, ran a 4.5, just super explosive. Gus
Yeah.
Bradley was the D coordinator on that team, I believe. Maybe it was Dan Quinn, but Gus Bradley was there at one point. I would imagine they want a guy like that. Mike Green's a guy like that, but they can't take him.
No, he's gonna go to the Falcons. He's literally a Falcon. It's just written all over him. He's a Falcon.
Yeah.
100%.
No, Mike Green? No. He's
Falcon.
a Bengal.
No,
No,
I think he's going to
Falcon.
the Falcons.
I
One
think
of
the
the
Falcons have standards. Which teams don't have standards? The Bengals, the
Bengals.
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Yeah, I don't know.
The Raiders used to not.
I don't think they still do. Even
Yeah, I
with
don't know.
Tom Brady there, I don't think they. I don't
MGM
think they-
Productions says, sorry, Kittle, we can't pay you because we paid Juice instead.
That's insane.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Juice, one of the best weapons in the league. Don't hate.
Front row, if the Niners come away with Jaden Huggins and Scat after round 2, success will be ours.
Really?
Huggins. Who's Huggins? I've never heard
Jaden
of him.
Higgins. Jaden
I know.
Higgins.
I do. I know.
If the 49ers draft an offensive weapon with one of their first 5 picks,
They will, Grant. Though Grant, we all know they will. Don't be surprised when it happens. It's going.
they
to
just don't get it. This is a meat and potatoes draft because you didn't get that the last 3.
Yeah.
You have to. It's your fault, not mine. I don't make the rules.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You can't neglect it forever. Oh, you can. I mean, do the Niners even care about 2025? Hard to say.
Probably not.
Probably not.
No, they don't care.
They're like, let's be respectable and not embarrass ourselves like last year,
Yeah.
but we really know we're not winning the Super Bowl. That's the mantra for this year.
For sure.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm excited tonight, man. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm stoked.
Sorry to ruin it for you, Maj.
Imagine.
All right, I'm gonna go get a haircut. Thanks for watching, everyone. I think this was the official mock draft of all mock drafts. We did it. This was the best.
I think this was the best draft that we've done, and it's good.
All right, we'll check in again next week and see how we did. See you guys.
See you guys.